Top 10 Most Expensive Watch in the World. 1. Graf Diamonds Hallucination, $55 million. Most online articles about the world's most expensive watches list this as the priciest. The Graf Diamonds Hallucination watch, which costs a whopping $55 million. Powered by a quartz movement, this watch contains big, rare, and colorful diamonds with a total of 110 carats. It took thousands of hours for the best artisans and gemologists to set the many rare diamonds in this watch. A closer look would show that these diamonds have different cuts shaped like a heart, pear, and mark eyes, and many pink, blue, and yellow tones. The idea of making this watch came from Graf Diamonds chairman Lawrence Graf, who the article quotes as saying that the watch is a sculptural masterpiece, a celebration of the miracle of colored diamonds. 2. Graf Diamonds The Fascination, $40 million. The second most expensive watch in the world still belongs to Graf, called the Fascination. The Fascination, this timepiece costs $40 million. Revealed in Baselworld 2015, just about a year after the Hallucination was introduced. This watch is another rare release from Graf. The watch, referred to as the world's most valuable transformable timepiece, has a pear-shaped diamond with 38.13 carats on the dial and fine white diamonds with 152.96 carats. Another thing that makes this watch unique is its interchangeable feature. The diamond can be worn in two ways, a bracelet's centerpiece or a ring. In a Forbes article, Graf said that this piece demonstrates the company's close ties between its diamond house in London and its Swiss atelier. The Fascination is an outstanding piece, carefully crafted so it can be worn in a number of different ways, adding a touch of magic to the jewel. 3. Brigitte No. 160 Grande Complication Marie Antoinette, $30 million. The Brigitte No. 160 Grand Complication watch, aka Marie Antoinette or the Queen, was inspired by a pocket watch made for the French Queen. She is known to be an admirer of Brigitte watches. It's been said that the original watch was commissioned in 1783 to Brigitte by Marie Antoinette's secret admirer, was only finished over 3 decades after her death. The watch was continued by Brigitte's son in 1827, 4 years after Brigitte's death. Some of the key features of the pocket watch include a perpetual calendar, a minute repeater, a chronograph, a power reserve, a thermometer, and a chime. The original watch was finished in 1827, sold in 1887, stolen in 1983, and then recovered in 1987. The value of the watch in 2013 was reported at $30 million. In 2005, Swatch chairman Nicolas Hayek commissioned Breguet to make a copy of the watch. This replica was completed in 3 years and had an oak case made from Marie Antoinette's favorite tree. This replica stayed faithful to the original, despite not seeing the actual watch. The watchmakers based their designs on drawings and technical details archived in museums. The result was a complicated, extraordinary work with features like jumping hours, invented by Breguet, a perpetual movement, a thermometer, and a minute repeater. This replica, according to Hayek, is not for sale. Read more about the construction of the watch and other interesting trivia here. 4. Jaeger-LeCoultre Joaillerie 101 Manchette, $26 million. This watch, which appraisers value at $26 million, is a white gold bracelet with a small, hand-wound clock protected by sapphire glass and 576 pieces of diamonds. The Jaeger-LeCoultre Joaillerie 101 Manchette is fitted with the Jaeger-LeCoultre Calibre 101, which is known as one of the smallest movements of the world. This watch can be customized to have up to 576 diamonds. In 2012, Jaeger-LeCoultre gifted Queen Elizabeth with the watch, a homage to the watch she wore at her coronation 60 years ago. The original watch was given to the Queen by the French president in 1952. The iconic Calibre 101 contains 98 parts and weighs 1 gram, introduced in 1921, and held the record of having the world's smallest movement until 2010. Watches with this movement have a very limited production, only 50 made every year. According to the company, this watch is prized by women who dreamed of wearing a jewel on their wrist that brought together the precision of mechanical operations and a refined aesthetic. 5. Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime Ref, 6,300, $31 million. According to the brand's website, this is the most complicated watch ever made by the brand. The Grandmaster Chime, which is created for 100,000 hours, has 20 complications, a reversible case, and 2 independent dials. These 20 complications include a minute and date repeater, an alarm with a time strike, an instantaneous perpetual calendar, a leap year cycle, an alarm, and a 4-digit year display. The watch is powered by the Caliber 300 movements, composed of 1,366 parts. See this page for a list of all complications, details on the caliber, and other technical specs. 6. Patek Philippe Super Complication, $24 million. This pocket watch by Patek Philippe is named after American banker Henry Graves Jr. Graves commissioned Patek Philippe to create the watch. He reportedly wanted to outdo the equally complicated Grande Complication pocket watch of James Ward Packard, an American automaker, and like him, a collector of watches. This 18-karat gold watch is one of the most complicated mechanical pockets watches in the world for over 50 years, having 24 complications and 920 individual parts. It's also the brand's first minute repeating wristwatch. The features include a minute repeater, grande and petite sonnerie, split seconds chronograph, perpetual calendar, moon phases, days of the week and month, stars chart, and alarm. 7. Patek Philippe Ref, 1518 in stainless steel, $11 million. The Patek Philippe Ref, 1518, a perpetual calendar chronograph, has been dubbed one of the most desirable watches. When it was put on auction in Geneva in 2016, it sold for $11 million, $11,136,642 to be exact. Introduced in 1943, this 35mm watch is an extremely rare, highly attractive, and historically important stainless steel perpetual calendar chronograph wristwatch, according to Philips. Some of its main features include applied Arabic markers, tachymeter scale, and moon phases. 8. Jacob & Co. Billionaire Watch, $18 million. Jacob & Co. Billionaire Watch has over 260 baguette-cut diamonds and a white gold case. The watch is 47.5 millimeters wide and 58 millimeters long, and has a white rectangular gold case and hour markers made of diamonds. 9. Paul Newman Rolex Daytona, 17.7 million pounds. This one has another fascinating and rich history. A Rolex Daytona, reference 6239, watch once owned by Paul Newman was sold to an undisclosed buyer at a 2017 auction for $17.7 million. 10. Vacheron Constantin 57,260, $8 million. The Vacheron Constantin 57,260 watch is currently known as the most complicated watch in the world. Packed with 57 complications and a total of 2,826 individual components, this 957-gram pocket watch was made by hand in-house by 3 watchmakers for 8 years. This mega complication watch is of white metal with multiple calendars and a double retrograde split seconds chronograph. Some of the many features include 6 time measurement functions, 7 perpetual calendar functions, 7 alarm functions, and 8 Hebrew calendar functions. You can visit the official Vacheron Constantin page to see the rest of the features. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.